Later on The Tonight Show, Jay tries reasoning with Bridget Jones' Golden Globe nominee Renee Zellweger. Plus political whiz kid Abby Chulo and music by Alison Krauss and Union Station. All aboard after your local news.
Coming up next, breaking news, a nightclub goes up in flames. Dozens are killed, hundreds injured. An undercover sting, decoys bust businesses selling alcohol to minors, and sunbathing amid the tragedy, tourists refusing to let the tsunamis cut their...
Help make sure all your important deliveries arrive safely. Drive a Volvo. The Volvo Holiday Sales Event at your Volvo retailer now.
With faster acceleration than a BMW 325xi and an Audi TT, the all-new Hemi-powered Jeep Grand Cherokee conquers the road like a sports car. And with our exclusive Quadra-Drive 2 four-wheel drive system, it conquers everything else like a trail-rated Jeep 4x4. During the year-end sales event, qualified lessees can lease an all-new two-wheel drive Grand Cherokee Laredo for $299 a month for 39 months.
Now, NBC 739 News at 11. Good evening, I'm Vic Salazar, in for Marty Levine.
I'm Susan Taylor. Thanks for joining us. We have breaking news out of Argentina tonight. A fire has engulfed a crowded nightclub in Buenos Aires. These are some of the first images from the scene. At least 149 people are dead, more than 300 injured. Police say the death toll could rise. More than 1,500 people were inside when that fire broke out. Several witnesses say someone in the crowd tossed a flare at the ceiling, lighting the soundproofing foam on fire.
The number of dead continues to climb tonight following Sunday's devastating tsunami in and around Southeast Asia. Right now, 120,000 people are reported dead, and topping that list, Indonesia with nearly 80,000 people killed. In Sri Lanka, more than 27,000. And so far, the bodies of 14 Americans have been found. New home video from a resort in Thailand shows the devastating power of the tsunami that hit the Phuket area. It was not one dramatic crashing wave which killed so many. As this latest video shows, the tsunami was a mighty push of sea, a constant force consuming every object and every person in its path. A man clamors for safety on what was a few seconds before a first-floor balcony. And a family in the Hotel Kamala Bay looks dazed as they struggle to stay together. 5 days on, and they still can't collect their dead. This is an outdoor mortuary in Krabi, where the victims, both Thai and foreign tourists, are laid out for identification by relatives. Outside, Westerners wearing masks to hide the stench of death view photographs of the deceased, many severely disfigured. It is nothing short of horrific for friends and relatives to see. Some of the bodies have been laid out in the open heat for several days. Visual identification is now virtually impossible. It will have to be done forensically. Where recognition of corpses is impossible, close family have to give DNA samples to establish identity. This young man believes he may have found the body of his younger sister. It is a necessary forensic formality so the body can be released. But in their grief, it is one more unbearable task they must go through before they can take their relatives home.
We have pictures from Malaysia tonight showing just how fast the tsunami came ashore. This is home video of a family on a beach as the waves hit shore. They don't look like much, but they came with force, and in just seconds, everything in their path is washed away. Some tourists are refusing to let the massive devastation cut their vacation short. Sunbathers could be seen along the beaches of Phuket, Thailand today, and more tourists have been flying into the popular resort area. Government officials have warned that the beaches are still dangerous. Strong aftershocks could create more tsunamis.
Locally, it won't be a happy new year for several businesses in the East County. They were caught selling alcohol to minors during an undercover sting. Tony Shin is in the newsroom now with this story. Tony?
Well, investigators say the numbers are shocking, Vic. Tonight, underage decoys targeted 24 businesses in Santee and Lakeside. 9 of those businesses sold them alcohol.
The decoy's name is Marissa. She's 18 years old, and her job is to try to buy alcohol. A few minutes later, she comes out of this Santee 7-Eleven with a 6-pack of beer.
He said, "Can I see some ID?" And I held my ID up, and he looked at it for maybe 2 seconds, not very long. and then rung me up and sold me the beer.
This is Marissa's ID. It clearly says she won't be 21 until 2007. Investigators with the Department of Alcoholic Beverage Control move in. The clerk is now in a lot of trouble, and so is the business.
They're looking at a 15-day suspension of their license. They may be able to pay a fine, and the fines range anywhere from $750 up to $3,000.
With New Year's just around the corner, state investigators are targeting businesses that sell alcohol.
Alcohol is the #1 killer of our youth. A successful program is we go out and we visit 20 locations and 20 say no.
This Vaughn's didn't sell to the underage decoy. Neither did this Henry's Market. But investigators say the same couldn't be said about the bartender at Valley House Restaurant and Lounge.
She was shocked because she has a 16-year-old son, and she was quite embarrassed that she actually sold. And she checked the ID, and for some reason or other didn't register.
And state investigators say this latest sting was an eye-opener. They're now planning to focus more attention on businesses in East County, and that means more undercover stings in the near future. Reporting from the newsroom, I'm Tony Shin. Vic and Susan, back to you.
Thank you, Tony. And a high number of teenagers are getting behind the wheel while under the influence. That's according to a new government report. It says last year, 1 in 5 teenagers between the ages of 16 and 20 drove under the influence of drugs or alcohol. It's based on face-to-face interviews with people as young as 12 years old. 20% say they drove while impaired. 4% say they were arrested and booked.
The game is over, but the Holiday Bowl festivities are well underway. It is a sporting event that pours tens of millions of dollars into the county's economy. Monica Dean is live downtown where fans are celebrating. Monica?
Susan, the 27th annual Holiday Bowl game featuring Cal and Texas Tech attracts fans from all over the country. And tonight, many of those fans traveled straight from the queue to the gas lamp for the post-game party.
It's fantastic. Oh, it's beautiful here. Really beautiful.
Holiday Bowl fans are having a blast in San Diego.
Cal's gotta win, baby.
Some traveled to root for their team. Others say the Holiday Bowl in San Diego is a tradition no matter who's playing.
I just like the way they set it up, and it's always a good game.
Nearly 70,000 people pack Qualcomm Stadium, but many fans say the fun in San Diego doesn't end when the game is finished. It does sound awesome. It's like blowing up. It's ridiculous. Tourists and natives alike gear up for the post-game celebration. You can't come to San Diego without catching a wave. 11-year-old Brendan Villalobos caught a ride in the gunner's seat of an armored vehicle in the Holiday Bowl parade this morning.
It was so fun. All the kids there were so excited to see the vehicles. And it was so cool.
Cheering their way through a holiday in Southern California. Although half the fans are disappointed by the final score of the game, win or lose, seeing some San Diego sunshine scored big points for many.
We had 2 days of monsoon, but now it's cleared up and it's beautiful, and I love it.
Between food, lodging, and fun, people we spoke with say they're spending between $500 and $1,000 a day per person on their Holiday Bowl vacation in San Diego. Vic and Susan, back to you.
Monica, thank you. In just a couple of minutes, Laz will have all the highlights from the big game.
A collapsed road, a major roadway done in by the recent rain.
Will there be another air travel meltdown? What passengers can expect at airports this holiday weekend?
A possible new case of mad cow disease, what it means for the nation's beef supply.
Plus, one Anna Nicole Smith has suddenly lost.
Tonight, catch Jay with Renee Zellweger, a 5-year-old whiz kid, and Mitch Fatel at the dog show.
Hey, man, we're having a good time jamming, man.
And New Year's Eve, Jay's live with Tom Green in Times Square and Molly Crew driving everyone wild. Then on Conan, Snoop Dogg. And don't miss Conan's New Year's Eve Central Time Zone countdown.
Are you searching your closet for the perfect outfit to ring in 2005?
Well, we have some wardrobe strategies that can help you shave off 10 pounds before the clock strikes 12.
Another winter storm on the way. Just how much rain will we get, and when will it all come to an end? I'll have the answer.
And impress your friends with some super munchies for your football bowl parties.
We have some recipes you can make at home.
Plus, we'll have all the latest on traffic for you beginning Friday at 5 a.m.
Count on us, Friday at 5 a.m.
It has more standard safety features than any SUV in its class. It is the only small SUV to earn the highest possible ratings in all crash tests by the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. It has been voted the 2004 Best Small SUV by Car and Driver. The new all-wheel drive Subaru Forester, a 210 horsepower security blanket you can test drive.
Get up to $2,000 customer cash or 1.9% financing on select 2005 Forester models.
2004 is ending, but the savings are just beginning at the Chrysler year-end sales drive, where qualified buyers will get a big cash allowance on select models, like the Town & Country with available stow-and-go seating, the PT Cruiser starting at $12,495, and Pacifica with a 5-star front and side crash test rating. Plus, you'll make no monthly payments till May on all 2005 Chrysler vehicles, including the 300C Motor Trend's 2005 Car of the Year. Hurry to the year-end sales drive at your local Chrysler dealer.
Excuse me. I'm ready for my test drive. I brought my own course.
It's Mazda's Drive in the New Year sales event. Lease a Mazda 3i at Edmunds.com Editor's Most Wanted for just $179 a month. That's the 2005 Mazda 3i 4-door for just $179 a month for 42 months with $19.99 due at lease signing. It all ends January 3rd. Get to your San Diego Mazda dealer for a test drive.
A lawyer for San Diego's write-in mayoral candidate, Councilwoman Donna Fry, is asking the City Council to overturn Dick Murphy's mayoral victory. In a letter to council members, attorney Fred Wucher says the city charter gives them the power to contest the results. He says the refusal of the registrar's office to count ballots where voters wrote in Fry's name but failed to fill in that bubble was wrong. He says those votes should have counted. Wucher's asking the council to hold a special session next week. An attorney for Mayor Murphy says Fry's supporters don't have a case, saying this is just an act of desperation.
Some San Diegans still without power tonight after yesterday's powerful storm. SDG&E says they've been working all day to get power back throughout the county. Downed trees are being blamed for the outages. At one point, as many as 82,000 customers were without power. Right now, SDG&E says 250 customers are still without electricity, and they expect it to be restored within the hour. Rain from the recent storm took its toll on one road in Mission Valley. Fragile pipes below Fashion Valley Road burst after they became swollen with water from the San Diego River. Now, the road collapsed after a city truck carrying heavy concrete barriers drove over it. The road had already been closed due to flooding. A Spring Valley man is killed after losing control of his car during the evening commute. It happened around 4 o'clock on Highway 94 at Bancroft Drive. Witnesses say the man was trying to avoid another car that was reportedly driving erratically. Well, he lost control, rolled down an embankment, and was ejected and killed. Police tonight are searching for the driver of a white car that may be responsible for the accident. Anyone with information is asked to call the California Highway Patrol. A statewide Amber Alert has been issued tonight after a 14-year-old boy was abducted in Contra Costa County. Police say the boy named Edward Mayer is an African-American with a light complexion. He was in a green Ford Mustang when it was carjacked by an African-American male about 5 feet 6 inches tall with a slim build. They say the man was wearing a red bandana and a blue hooded sweatshirt and was armed with a handgun. The green Mustang has a black convertible top with a license plate that says FLYYMOM, Fly Y Mom. If you see this car, call police.
Canadian officials say they may have discovered the country's second case of mad cow disease today. This comes just one day after the U.S. said it was planning to lift a ban on Canadian beef early next year. Canadian officials say they have tested the 10-year-old dairy cow in question and should have complete results within the next few days. They claim the cow never entered the food system. Mad cow disease is a chronic degenerative disorder that affects the animal's central nervous system. If you work a swing shift, you could be at risk for certain health problems. Doctors believe people who work from mid-afternoon to the wee hours of the night are more at risk for heartburn, stomach ulcers, and constipation. They say inadequate sleep is partly to blame. People who sleep well have less gastrointestinal problems. The evening shift may increase stomach problems because doctors say workers are isolated from family and friends, which can cause stress.
The U.S. Justice Department has issued a new version of its official stand on torture following the Iraq abuse scandal. The new document backs away from the original assertion that torture involved excruciating and agonizing pain. It states any form of torture is a violation of United States and international law, and it no longer allows President Bush to override anti-torture laws. It also gets rid of several legal defenses for U.S. personnel. More reports of a mysterious laser beam aimed at commercial airliners tonight. We first told you about this last night. On Monday, pilots from 3 airlines said a laser beam was aimed into their cockpits while in flight. Today, 3 more reports, and the FBI is looking into the possibility terrorists may be trying to use a beam to temporarily blind pilots. All of those planes landed safely. The New Year holiday should be nothing like the Christmas weekend for customers flying U.S. Airways. The airline says hundreds of workers have volunteered to work without pay during the holiday. The move comes after large numbers of baggage handlers and flight attendants called in sick last weekend. That stranded thousands of passengers. In the meantime, U.S. Airways still reeling from that holiday meltdown with thousands of pieces of lost luggage. Luggage piled up after an employee sick out in bad weather. Today, passengers are wandering through long lines of luggage in Philadelphia looking for their missed bags. Raleigh, Albany, Buffalo, and Pittsburgh are just a few of the airports with mountains of unclaimed suitcases.
Preparations are underway for the big New Year's bash in Las Vegas. Crews have been loading up hotels along the Strip with fireworks for tomorrow night's show. Thousands are expected to be there to ring in the new year. And this year will be a little extra special. It's the city's 100-year anniversary.
We invite you to make NBC 739 part of your New Year's Eve celebration. If you are heading out, join us for first night at the Embarcadero. It's for the entire family. It starts at 6 o'clock. There will be fireworks at midnight. You can get all the details on NBCSanDiego.com. If you are staying in for the evening, watch our live New Year's Eve coverage. It starts at 11 o'clock. We're going to have live reports from first night and other hot spots around the county, and we will stay on through the midnight fireworks. It was a year full of milestones, and tonight we take a look back at 2004 through the words of the people who lived through it.
Wow. And in this instance, reality has far surpassed fantasy.
And we're going to South Dakota and Oregon and Washington and Michigan. And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House. Yeah!
I now pronounce you spouses for life. Congratulations!
We're people too, and we have a right to build our own families and have our own equal rights.
Taking a lot out of my paycheck.
Our hands are tied, especially with gas. I mean, you have to have gas. You got to go to work.
That sucker's on the ground.
When the siren went off, it was about 1 minute, I would say. And next thing I know, all hell broke loose.
What took place in the Iraqi prison does not reflect the character of the more than 200,000 military personnel who have served in Iraq.
In his final letter to the American people, Dad wrote, "I now begin the journey that will lead me into the sunset of my life. This evening, he has arrived."
Everybody else has been talking for 10 years. Now it's Bill Clinton's opportunity to talk.
I want them to see what I have to say, and then I think they'll go on to the rest.
Members of Congress, this is Michael Moore.
I was thinking, you know, maybe New England doesn't look too bad now. Maybe I'll weather the ice and not the hurricane.
If it's, you know, ash and just a plume of smoke, then we'll probably just sit here and watch it. If it's bigger than that, then we'll head for the car.
They don't have flu shots. You can't find a doctor who has it. What do you do?
We, the jury, in the above entitled cause, find the defendant, Scott Lee Peterson, guilty of the crime of murder of Lacey Denise Peterson.
Today, I hope that we can begin the healing.
I see a great day coming for our country, and I am eager for the work ahead. God bless you, and may God bless America.
Big band leader Artie Shaw died today. Shaw was a giant during the swing era of jazz. He is best known for his hit recording of Cole Porter's Begin the Beguine. He also worked with jazz legends Buddy Rich, Mel Torme, and Billie Holiday. He died of natural causes at his home in California. Shaw was 94. Friends and family paid their last respects to NFL great Reggie White today. Funeral services were held in Charlotte, North Carolina. White's former teammates and fellow NFL players also attended. The 43-year-old died Sunday of an apparent respiratory disease. White was a two-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year and also an ordained minister. He left football 4 years ago as the league's all-time sacks leader.
The show must go on. Producers for the new Law and Order spinoff say it will go on despite the death of one of its most enduring stars. Jerry Orbach died Tuesday from cancer. He played Lenny Briscoe on the original Law and Order and was also cast in the new spinoff titled Trial by Jury. A publicist for the new show says episodes featuring Orbach will air early next year. Anna Nicole Smith will not inherit any money from her dead husband's estate after all. Today, a federal judge ruled Smith is not entitled to the $88.5 million a lower court awarded her in 2002. The former Playboy playmate has been fighting for the money in court since her oil tycoon husband, J. Howard Marshall II, died in 1995. Smith and Marshall were married for 14 months. She was 26. He was 89.
Chelsea and I talk about the weather tomorrow night. It's a very important night, and it's looking to be a storm.
Yes. We'll be watching it again. You know, we've been in this pattern where we're getting a storm every couple of days. So we'll be watching the one coming in. I'll have the forecast for you in just a few minutes. But it does look like we'll be seeing an awful lot of rain yet again. In the meantime, today turned out to be nice, and I'm really glad because of the Holiday Bowl and the Holiday Bowl Parade, of course. The giant floats, one of the largest, if not the largest in the entire nation, moved along just fine. It was a little windy at times, but otherwise the sun was out, and that was some really good news. There's some nice views from News Chopper 739. All right, in the meantime, here's a sneak peek at Doppler 7000. You can see that there is plenty of rain across the state. We're the last county to get the rain, but nonetheless, it will get here. I'll have all the details for you, and we'll talk about how much and whether it'll be here for midnight tomorrow night. All that in a few minutes. Here's a look at your numbers. We'll be right back.
WeatherNet, sponsored by the Gilton & Group, a leader in luxury real estate.
Excuse me. I'm ready for my test drive. I brought my own course.
It's your last chance for Mazda's Drive-In the New Year sales event. Lease the Mazda 6, a two-time Automobile Magazine All-Star, for just $199 a month. That's the 2005 Mazda 6i Sports Sedan for just $199 a month for 36 months with $19.99 due at lease signing. It all ends January 3rd. Get to your San Diego Mazda dealer for a test drive.
Holiday season, it's your last chance to find the right price on the Volkswagen that's right for you.
I love it.
Right now, during our year-end sales drive, get great deals on 2005 Jettas.
Where my dogs at, yo?
The Chevy Holiday Red Tag Sale. See a red tag on Silverado, save a lot of green. Look for red tags on specially equipped Silverado pickups and save. Choose a Silverado half-ton crew cab with these available option package discounts. Combined with cash back for a total value of $7,000 with GMAC financing. The Chevy Holiday Red Tag Sale. See red, save green. Hurry, sale ends January 3rd at your San Diego County Chevy dealer.
Like snowflakes, every dream is different, which is why at Infinity's limited engagement winter event, there's a different Infinity for every dream. Like the Infinity FX with an available 315 horsepower V8. See your Infinity dealer for exceptional limited time offers. But don't wait too long, because like snowflakes, Infinity's limited engagement won't last forever.
Leave the can opener behind. How does a Mexican tuna wrap or chunky, cheesy College Bowl guacamole dip sound? We have some gourmet munchies you can make for your football bowl parties. We'll tell you about them Friday morning at 5 a.m.
Count on us, Friday at 5 a.m.
Heard the Texas Tech fans using a phrase that probably fit tonight.
What's that?
Overrated.
Texas Tech used that fast break offense, a sprint pass, fourth-ranked California, and win the Pacific Life Holiday Bowl 45-31. Golden Bears won't be saying much about getting snubbed by the BCS after this one. First half was competitive. Tech scored first, but Cal's J.J. Arrington dove over the top. A short touchdown, forget the fumble, it was the score. Arrington had 173 yards rushing. Cal eventually led 14-7. Later it was 14-10. This was a huge play. Good pass by Aaron Rodgers, but it went off the hands of his receiver, Robert Jordan, right into the hands of Vincent Meeks. So instead of Cal eventually getting a touchdown on that drive, they turn the ball over. It's a 14-point swing because Sonny Cumbie hits Jared Hicks from 5 yards out. Too easy. His second score of the game. Tech never trailed again. Coming out of the half, Texas Tech was still red hot. Cumbie goes 60 yards to Joe Filani for the touchdown. So Cumbie hit 39 of 60 passes for 520 yards. 60 passes is a Holiday Bowl record. A little later, Johnny Mack ran it in from 11 yards out. So Texas Tech routs the Golden Bears. Cal head coach Jeff Tedford's a class act. He wanted to make a couple things perfectly clear afterwards.
It's not something that's going to set our program back. You know, our kids are very resilient. You know, we didn't lose the game tonight because we didn't go to the Rose Bowl. You know, I want to make that clear. That is not, it had nothing to do with focus or preparation because we did not go to the Rose Bowl.
Well said. It's because you weren't quick enough to cover Texas Tech. Elsewhere, Navy got its first bowl win in 43 years by topping New Mexico in the Emerald Bowl today. Aaron Polanco, the quarterback, who's going to be a Navy pilot, ran for 3 touchdowns, threw another. So Navy finishes 10-2, their first 10-win season in 99 years. In other games, one final, Boston College beat North Carolina 37-24. Charger fans, playoff game next weekend is sold out, but you can still land some tickets. Go to NBCSanDiego.com, click on to enter for a chance to win 2 Chargers playoff tickets. We will announce a winner live during our Charger Fever special outside our downtown studios. It's right outside these windows on Friday, January 7th at 6:30. You must be at the party to win the tickets. Once again, you can enter by going to NBCSanDiego.com. Good luck. In high school hoops, Steel Canyon took on El Toro in the final of the Torrey Pines Holiday Classic. Cougars upset National Power St. Anthony's of New Jersey last night. Check out Richie Williams from Steel Canyon. A nice floater after the spin move. So they kept it close with shots like this. Williams again. So Steel Canyon at this point with a 1-point lead. El Toro started to pull away, or at least tried to pull away in the second quarter. Darrell Best came over the loose ball, laid it back in, but the Cougars battled back. Big play just before the half. George Cunningham rebounded, put back. They trailed by only 4 at the break, went on to win it, 74-64 to claim the title. Congratulations, Steel Canyon, with an incredible week of basketball. In the Bigs, Miami Heat won at Detroit, their 13th straight win. Dwayne Wade, what a move and slam right there. His first career triple-double, including 31 points. Well, he loves having Shaquille O'Neal around. The Heat trailed by 2 late, but Eddie Jones hit the three-pointer to give them the lead for good. Miami tops Detroit 89-78. In college hoops, Gonzaga upset by unranked Missouri. Wow. Both local teams in action tomorrow. San Diego State has Providence at 2 in the afternoon, and USD hosts Creighton at 4:30. And as expected, the Sockers are no more. The MISL made the announcement today, canceling the rest of the soccer season, and Monterey's season is over, leaving the league with just 7 teams. You and I remember, and Susan, you do too, back in the 80s and early 90s. There's nothing like the Sockers. Yeah. But it's been a struggle the last few years.
All right. Thank you, Jim.
You're going to miss them.
You're going to miss some sunny weather tomorrow as well. Joe's up next with the forecast.
With faster acceleration than a BMW 325xi and an Audi TT, the all-new Hemi-powered Jeep Grand Cherokee conquers the road like a sports car. And with our exclusive QuadraDrive 2 4-wheel drive system, it conquers everything else like a trail-rated Jeep 4x4. During the year-end sales event, qualified lessees can lease an all-new 2-wheel drive Grand Cherokee Laredo for $299 a month for 39 months.
Critics nationwide are raving about it. Sold-out audiences are loving it. The Life Aquatic is one of the year's best films. It's outrageously funny.
I'll take Ned and Wolodarski. Thanks. Thanks a lot for not picking me.
The Life Aquatic, rated R, now playing.
It's big, it's here, and it's better than ever. Toyotathon 05. The year's biggest event is on with the largest selection and great values on your favorite Toyota trucks. Now get the biggest truck incentive in Toyota history. Choose $3,000 cash back or 0 APR on all remaining 04 Tundras. Choose an incredible $2,000 back or 0 APR on all 04 4Runners. Toyotathon 05. Quality, selection, value. Now that's moving you forward.
It's that time of year again. Time for the Lexus December to Remember sales event, where you'll find the best values of the year on your favorite Lexus vehicles. San Diego County Lexus dealer.
run, and have fun. Kids 12 and under are invited to participate in the Keebler Kids Marathon Mile January 15th. For more info, log on to NBCSanDiego.com. Brought to you by Circuit City, Kaiser Permanente, and NBC 739.
It has been awarded the government's highest possible crash test rating, 5 stars, outscoring a long list of America's most popular SUVs. It is the beautifully redesigned, remarkably re-engineered all-wheel drive Subaru Outback. Follow this star to your Subaru dealer today.
Through January 3rd, get financing as low as 1.9% on every 2005 Subaru.
Polar bears at the San Diego Zoo got a little taste of winter today. Zookeepers blasted 24 tons of man-made snow into their exhibit. There they go. The bears spent the day rolling and sliding and digging through it. They also got to enjoy the icy delight with a couple of toy bears.
One day out of 365, they get to play in their natural environment.
Good for them. It's fun.
All right. There's a little bit of snow there.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you a lot more snow than that. I mean, we may have a chance of some snow in our mountains here, but check out the snow from Northern California. We're not talking about several inches worth of snow, several feet of snow. Some areas 2 to 3 feet have fallen, and more snow is still in the forecast. For a big part of the day, Interstate 80 was shut down. Interstate 50 was pretty much at a standstill. It's so deep you can barely walk through it. And again, heavy snow still in the forecast tonight and for tomorrow, near blizzard conditions. Alrighty, what about us? Well, rainfall-wise, we are way above average. We'll take a look in a minute as just where we stand. But some current conditions around the county. Alpine, 44 degrees right now. Not much in the way of wind anywhere, fairly calm. 51 at Scripps Ranch, that's at Thurgood Marshall Middle School. In Rock Springs School, which is up in Escondido, 46 degrees. All of these, for the most part, are at the lows for the day. Mission Bay High School at 50 degrees. The skies right now are clear enough that the heat is radiating back out to the atmosphere, so the temperatures are dropping a bit. Reynolds Elementary School is down to 43 degrees. Alrighty, so as far as rainfall goes, we're doing just fine. The storm total for 2 days was just under 3 inches at 2.87. The season total since July 1st, so it's only 6 months, 9.03 inches worth of rain already. So with 9 inches of rain and the average being 3, we're just about 6 inches of rainfall above average. So that's half a foot of extra rain we've received so far just since the beginning of July. If you go all the way back to January, we've had 13 inches worth of rain that has fallen so far. Here's a satellite picture across the west. Here's the next system that I've been watching. The actual center of the storm, which was here, is reforming a little bit further south. This will move into the northern 2/3 of the state, but we're going to get a big chunk of this. A lot of this is light and steady rain and occasionally moderate rain, and that's where we'll spend most of the day tomorrow. So we'll get a lot of this, probably 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain. But the center of the storm is already very close to the coast, so this one will come in a lot faster than the last one. So I'm thinking that by maybe 8 or 9 o'clock tomorrow night, the showers may be over with. All right, here's Doppler 7000, and again, the radar only goes out to sea about 100, 150 miles or so, so you can see the radar pretty clearly, but this rain just continues way out here, and there's other showers further out to sea too. The center of the storm is sitting right about here. So this will move into the north of us, the bulk of it, but we will still have to deal with the southern end of it, and we're close enough that we'll get some decent rainfall out of it. Here's a close-up satellite picture. You can kind of watch things setting up here. So offshore, you have a little bit of cloud coverage the last 24 hours, and then watch just as the satellite picture ends, there's that big band or leading edge of it, and then down here is a whole lot more, and that goes well out to sea, and there's what we'll be. So tomorrow morning for your morning commute, if you happen to have one, if you don't, because it's New Year's Eve, way to go. Laz and I don't happen to have a commute.
Until about 3.
Until about 3 in the afternoon when we'll be heading out to first night. All right, but in the meantime, the forecast over the next couple of days will improve once the showers end for Saturday and Sunday. I think it'll still be mostly cloudy, but at least it'll be dry Saturday and Sunday. Then Monday, a big storm, much bigger than this one and almost as big as the last one. Looks like it'll be moving in here for Monday, Monday night, and Tuesday. So if you take all the rainfall together, we could be approaching 12 inches worth of rain by the end of the next storm.
Remember that drought you used to be in? Thank you, Joe. Thanks for watching.
Jay's next. Have a good night.
Take care.
Closed captioning is brought to you through a generous grant from Sleep Train Mattress Centers. Your ticket to a better night's sleep.
Mr. Davis, your car.
Excuse me. I'm ready for my test drive. I brought my own course.
It's Mazda's Drive in the New Year sales event. Lease a Mazda 3i at Edmunds.com Editor's Most Wanted for just $179 a month. That's the 2005 Mazda 3i 4-door for just $179 a month for 42 months with $19.99 due at lease signing. It all ends January 3rd. Get to your San Diego Mazda dealer for a test drive.
Find huge clearance savings at the Robinsons May New Year sale starting tomorrow. Save an amazing 50 to 75% store-wide. 50% off sweaters for him and her. Save on the coolest fashion, shoes, and boots. Stock up on bras. Buy two, get two free. Don't miss the biggest denim sale of the year. And find great savings in the home store. Plus bonus 15, 10, or $5 off any sale or clearance purchase. Kick off the new year and save big. Only at Robinsons May.
You've been dropping hints all year long. All right already. During the